Wow. Well, after listening to you accomplished graduates and Dr. Bustos and Dr. Subiundo, I should stop while I'm ahead. Ms. Saya Araki, family member of Dr. Moriyama, esteemed faculty, executive leadership, and honored guests in the graduating class of 2019. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 22nd commencement exercise at the California Institute for Human Science. It is a delight to stand here before you today. It's an honor. How do you measure the immeasurable? CIHS founder and first president, Dr. Hiroshi Motoyama, had a vision many years ago of creating an institute of higher learning devoted to understanding the mind, body, spirit of what he termed the whole human being. Dr. Motoyama was a realized yogi, scientist, academician, and philosopher, and left a most enduring impression of his philosophy. In 1992, CIHS opened its doors in Encinitas, and for many years, in fact, I was, as Dr. Profa said, one of the very first students in September of 1992, when we were located on Vulcan Street in Old Encinitas. But CIHS was always considered the undiscovered gem, boldly occupying a special and unique niche in the blending of science and spirit. CIHS is a graduate school and a research center devoted to reveal to the world community the true nature of the whole human being, and has attracted ardent seekers like these very fine graduates standing before me. And we continue Dr. Motoyama's legacy and philosophy today, honoring the vision and the 8 principles, as Dr. Subiundo has said, as you see in the foyer, upon which CIHS is established. The board, executive leadership, staff, and faculty all inculcate these principles as the positive, loving foundation of the purpose of this institute. The board of directors of CIHS is charged with establishing the policies and trajectory of CIHS mission and integral education, including diversity and inclusion, robust philanthropy, and keeping the focus of those 8 principles. If you've not already done so, when we conclude, please take a look at them for yourself. The immeasurable is the spiritual, the energy that exists beyond space and time. Science cannot measure it directly, but can measure its effects, the effects of subtle energy indirectly. Dr. Motoyama had invented a device called the AMI, the apparatus for measuring the meridians and associated internal organs, that measures the chi, or the ki rather, the prana, the life force energies of the human being, and establishes an existence of such energies. Imagine to establish something that is invisible. Now there are many such devices that exist to measure the human biofield and energy bodies. The very subject was at one time off limits because of the seeming incongruencies of what it is to have a physical nature and a non-physical presence. We are realizing that these are 2 sides of the same coin. One of Dr. Motoyama's seminal research efforts was to establish the existence of the unique subtle energy body. And now the subjects of biofield research, consciousness studies, energy medicine, and energy psychology are an outgrowth of this understanding of the whole human being and are part of CIHS in-depth offering in courses to its students. The tremendous implications of this higher understanding and integral education applies across all disciplines that CIHS offers: psychology, integral health, and comparative religion and philosophy, and thus, I believe, is what attracted you very fine graduates to this institute in the first place, which we have mentioned. What I like to term a co-creative conscious collaboration, that on some higher level our being said, I have to be there. I did the same thing in 1992. I was living in Point Loma, and in March I moved to Leucadia on Vulcan Street, not knowing why. I said, I have to be here. And then in August, I found in the Reader and advertising, CIHS opening its doors for the first time, classes start in September, and I said, I have to go there. And guess what? It was on the very same street. So I did what you're doing. I followed that intuition, that intangible, sometimes unknowable part that's not just related only to intellectual knowledge, but a higher state of awareness, a higher state of knowing. CIHS is the undiscovered gem, no more. Achieving candidacy with WASC, W-A-S-C means the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, last year towards accreditation, that is, we achieved candidacy last year. We are working diligently to build out the necessary infrastructure to position CIHS as the global leader in integral education of the mind, body, spirit, with the scientific research opening new understanding of our true nature. As Dr. Subiendo so eloquently stated, the importance of CIHS mission in the world today. We have established collaboration with Deepak Chopra's foundation, Chopra Library for Integrative Studies and Whole Health, formerly known as ESHAR. And Dr. Chopra is now CIHS Distinguished Professor of Consciousness Studies and Well-Being at CIHS. And there are several other collaborations with universities and foundations that we have forged and are now forging to pave the way for CIHS to flourish and attract students, faculty, and researchers from the world community, the entire world. CIHS growth and foundational mission statement attracts the philanthropy of people and foundations in this world who are actively looking for just such an institute as we are, to invest in us, to invest in CIHS, to invest in you, so that when you find a place like CIHS, you realize that it's really something worth nurturing. There are so many that desire CIHS greater presence in the world, and you, the graduating class of 2019, are in the very bold forefront of CIHS greater visibility and presence as a positive force for greater understanding and cooperation. And as Dr. Subiendo so eloquently said, as we develop ourselves and come into higher states of awareness, we thus attract those seekers who are desiring the exact same thing. There is much to do, and I want you all to know, honored guests, that we are committed and dedicated to fulfill this amazing mission in what CIHS represents, and on behalf of the board and CIHS, I offer you my gratitude and congratulations to you graduates. Thank you very much.